Master Your Mindset Radio, episode 62.
Welcome to Master Your Mindset Radio, the show where we empower you to conquer limiting beliefs and transform your world with your gifting and purpose. Now for your host, Elizabeth Nader.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. Today's topic is the decision to persevere, the choice to persevere. I believe perseverance is a choice. Let's define it first. What is perseverance? Let me give you a few definitions. First, it is a determination to keep on going in the face of setbacks and challenges. It's an inner drive that keeps you in the game when everything else says it's time to quit. It is the staying power to follow through and exert effort until the end so you achieve your goals, your visions, and your dreams. Perseverance is a series of bridges that you cross over the rivers of adversity as you pursue the vision for your life and as you pursue success. So perseverance is all of that. But what I believe it is not is a gift. I don't believe you are born with perseverance or not. Now, I believe very deeply in gifts that we each have uniquely, we're born with, that set us apart, and we work on those gifts and we turn them into talents, and those talents open up opportunity for us and turn into purpose in our life. So I really, really believe in giftings. But I don't think that perseverance is something you either have or you don't. I believe you choose to have it or you don't. It is a choice. It is a decision. I want you to think right now about a difficult time in your life, a difficult time where you thought you were failing at something, or a difficult time that was tragic, where a tragedy happened out of your control and you had to decide how to react to it. You understand in those times that you make a decision. You say to yourself, do I quit? Do I give up? Or do I push through this pain? I push through this difficulty and I come out the other side stronger and wiser. Do I do that, or do I run from it, and do I give up? You see how it is a choice. So while you admire people who persevere, and there is every reason to do so, while we point out people who are overcomers and we tend to put them on a pedestal, how are they any different than you? All they did was make a choice not to quit. That is the only difference. So if you're in sales, for example, and you admire the top salesperson and think, wow, I could never do that. Is that true? Really? Is it really about a special gift? Or did that person just never give up? Did that person just keep persevering through all the no's until they got to the yes? Are they really that much more talented? Or is it that measure of grit and determination that really is a choice? Did you give up too early? You look at athletes, those who make it to the top of their game. When you get to the Olympics, those athletes around you, especially in individual sports, they are all probably pretty much as gifted as you are within a degree. I mean, everybody's at the top of their game. So what sets people apart? Of course, it's their mindset, right? But part of that mindset is the decision not to quit, to push through, to persevere through injury, through difficulty, through losses, to say, I will not let any of that take me away from my goal. Any of those athletes could decide to quit at any time when things are difficult. And all of that gifting and talent would just be wasted. But the one that perseveres is ultimately usually the one that wins. Look at someone like Thomas Edison. He was born clearly with a gift of curiosity, an inventor's brain, and all the things that gave him the ability to come up with so much. But if you look at the light bulb, 10,000 tries until he invented it. It's not that he had the gift of perseverance. He chose to keep going. Other people were working on the same invention. You don't know their names. They quit. You don't know who they are. They were talented. They had the same curiosity he did. But they didn't try 10,000 times. They quit. He persevered. He is an overcomer, and he is credited with that invention, which of course changed so many lives. So it really is a decision. And the reason it's important for you to remember that is when you're in a difficult and dark time, in a challenging time that feels beyond your control, you have to understand what you do have control over. And as you know, it's your brain and the way you direct it, and it's the decisions you make. So in that moment, you say to yourself, am I giving up, or am I deciding to persevere and push through? Now, there are times when you need things to end well. You should not choose perseverance every single time because it's not appropriate every single time. If you're in a job that's toxic and bad and it doesn't fit you, you need to get out. Persevering in that is not a good decision, right? It's not a good decision. If you have a friendship that's toxic, if you have a friendship that's not good for you, influence that's not good for you, you should walk away from it. There is no point in persevering in that. So certainly there are times in your life where there are things that you need to know how to end well. That in itself is a talent, to learn how to end things well when they need to end. And some things need to end in life. But perseverance, when necessary, when you're presented with it, when you have this choice in front of you, even if what's happened to you was not your choice, even if you're going through something tragic and you're grief-stricken over it and it wasn't something you decided, you do still have power and control, and that is a decision to persevere, to get through the pain, to focus on what is on the other side of that, and to decide you're going to come out stronger and wiser. That is your choice. That's not a special gift. Do not be in any way convinced that you don't have the ability to be an overcomer. Each one of us do. All of us can do it if we make the choice to do so. So if you don't make that choice, it's on you. It really is. You are the master of your domain. You are the one who decides whether you push through or whether you give up. And as I always say, there is no failure until you quit. You either succeed or you learn. Failure only happens when you give up and when you quit. So I want you to think about perseverance. I want you to think about the choice of it in your daily life. I want you to stop yourself from thinking that you don't have that gift and that other people do and they're just stronger than you. You know, perseverance is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more you choose it, the stronger it becomes and the easier you can apply it. It's the same as working out. You need to apply your muscle of perseverance time after time, and it becomes easier to do it as sometimes situations get more challenging. You know, there was a story once about a swimmer who was going across the English Channel, which I think is about 25 miles, maybe a little less. And she was doing well. She had a chase boat behind her to make sure that she was okay in case, she got cramps or whatever happened to her so she wouldn't drown. And this was, I believe, to set a new world record, but it was a difficult swim. And as she came closer to shore, as she was nearing the last third of the swim to actually finish, the fog rolled in and things got very difficult to see. And the fog was so thick that she lost sight of the shoreline. She lost sight of the end. And as a result, she became more tired and doubting herself. And her mindset took over and she thought, I can't do this. I can't do this. And she decided it was too much. There was too much left. She didn't know how much was left and she quit. And as a result of her quitting, she got into the boat, gave up, and the fog, when it parted, she saw she was less than a mile from shore. Persistence and the choice to be persistent is what brings us through our most difficult challenges. It's not when it's easy that we need it, it's when it's difficult. So let me leave you with a few kind of shot in the arms regarding perseverance and just have you excited to start to push through areas of your life where you were ready to give up. These come from Kent Keith and a great book that I'm reading right now called The 7 Secrets by John Hagee. It's a great book. But let me just read you these paradoxical commandments about perseverance. You will find that people are unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered, yet you love them anyway. If you do good, you will be accused of selfish motives. Do good anyway. Success will win you false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. The good you do today will be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. The biggest people with the biggest ideas can be shot down by mental midgets with the smallest ideas. Think big anyway. What you spend years building may be destroyed overnight. Build anyway. People need help but may attack you for offering your hand. Help them anyway. Giving the world the best you have may get you kicked in the teeth. Give the world your best anyway. Be persistent. Never, never, never give up. It's always too soon to quit. So I hope that helps you guys today. Somebody out there needed to hear that. I don't know why, but someone out there is considering quitting something that doesn't need to end in their life. They're considering giving up on something or a situation where they really need to push through. Each of us has that almost sometimes on a daily basis in small ways and in big ways. But develop that muscle of persistence and recognize that it is a choice, that you too can be an overcomer. It's totally within your grasp and your power to make the decision not to quit in whatever it is that's important to you, in a relationship, in a job, in a career, in a business, in a pursuit, in sports, in friendships, whatever it is. You make that decision and then you see the fruit of that decision. But if you don't make a decision to push through, it is a decision to quit. No decision is a decision to quit. Don't quit. End things well, but don't quit. Because if you never quit, then you never fail. Choose persistence. Have a great week, guys.
Thank you for listening to Master Your Mindset Radio. Before you go, if you want to be part of a free online community of like-minded individuals for support, resources, and inspiration as you conquer your limiting beliefs and pursue your purpose, go to elizabethnader.com/community. That's elizabethnader.com/community, or search for Master Your Mindset Academy private group on Facebook. Looking forward to seeing you online.